Today on Take 30 News, the Mississippi State Department of Health held a week of self-care activities on campus. MSU Theater took an unconventional approach for the performances of Shakespeare's comedic fantasy, A Midsummer Night's Dream. And all you should know about what's happening for Super Bulldog Weekend. Your Take 30 News starts now.
Thank you for joining us for the final broadcast of the spring semester. I'm Flora Dito. Our top story today is a follow-up to a tragedy that shocked the Starkville community over Easter weekend. Starkville Police Department made another arrest on Tuesday regarding the Easter murder on Hillard Street that took the life of a 17-year-old male. 15-year-old Kobe Jones was arrested for the April 4th murder of Clifton Files. This is the second arrest made since detectives previously arrested 15-year-old Tyrese Macon on April 6th. The incident remains under active investigation. Witness testimonies concluded Thursday in the Derek Chauvin murder trial. A process almost a year in the making has boiled down to just a few days as dozens of jurors prepare to make a significant decision in Minneapolis history. This weekend, the stage is set for the closing arguments and jury deliberations regarding the murder of George Floyd. Over 40 witnesses have been called in this trial, including those just steps away, law enforcement, and doctors. Notably, there is no testimony from Chauvin, and the jurors only have body camera footage to take from. Closing arguments start Monday. The city of Indianapolis is devastated after last night's shooting that wounded and took the lives of many. 8 people were killed after a gunman opened fire at FedEx ground facility in Indianapolis. The shooting lasted for several minutes and ended with the suspect taking his own life. 7 were wounded, with 5 being treated at the hospital and 2 treated at the scene. There are ongoing investigations to determine the motive behind the incident. Local and federal authorities knew of the suspect, and a relative reached out, warning authorities about his potential for violence prior to the attack. This is the 45th mass shooting in the United States since the Atlanta spa shootings on March 16th. The Mississippi State Department of Health Promotion and Wellness has made it their mission to promote complete mental, physical, and social well-being.
This past Tuesday, Mississippi State's Health Promotion and Wellness hosted Watercolor Tuesday, an event where all MSU students were welcome to come out, take a break, and watercolor paint on the drill field, all in an effort to promote self-care.
So this is Self-Care Week, and we really wanted to have an event every single day of the week to really encourage our students to practice self-care. We know next week classes end, exams start, so that is typically a very high-stress time for our students. So we really want to expose our students to different self-care practices.
Health Promotion and Wellness provided all the supplies needed for the event: canvases, paint, and paintbrushes, along with handing out MSU ice cream for students on the hot day.
I think art is very, very instrumental in self-care. It's a form of expression and it's very therapeutic to a certain extent. And I feel like self-care in general, especially in a time like now, we're about to go into finals, is so important. And if you're not taking care of yourself right now, you really should.
Other events being held throughout the Wellness Week include events that focus on physical exercise, sexual reproductive health, sexual violence awareness, as well as many other topics.
I think that the main takeaway for us is just prioritizing self-care, looking out for yourself. And I think we all have different ways we practice that. And sometimes we can feel guilty when we're practicing self-care. I know particularly as students, you think, oh, I have all these things to do, but just the importance of filling our cup so that we can do those things that we have to do in life, and then also even taking care of other people, but making sure that we're filled first.
Though this self-care week is wrapping up, MSU Health Promotion and Wellness always has its doors open for students who want or need to receive mental health help.
It's so good to see this vision of empowerment and well-being at MSU, especially after such an abnormal semester. The vision doesn't end at Watercolor. A local nonprofit organization in partnership with Campus PD held an unused prescription drug drop-off on Tuesday. Take 30's Nathaniel South has more.
We've all been there at some point. You've got those extra pills lying around in your bathroom and you're not really sure what to do with them. Well, CORA stands for Combating Overdoses in Rural Areas, and well, they have the solution to what to do with those unused pills.
We are hosting a drug take-back day in conjunction with the MSU police department and the Mississippi State Health Promotion and Wellness Department. And so basically we're giving people an opportunity to get rid of their prescription medications that have expired or they just never finished or they aren't taking currently in a safe manner.
Mississippi is currently one of the largest prescribers of opioids among states, with 67 out of every 100 people having a prescription.
Our main goal right now is a lot of education and outreach, trying to educate students and the community around us in Starkville on opioid overdoses, abuse, how to prevent that, mental health treatments. Today at our tabling event, we're actually offering pamphlets on resources and things here in Mississippi that people can take advantage of.
Cora has a box for unused prescriptions, but the group does not handle the disposal process.
So that's actually handled by the police department, not us. That's why we have the bucket, because we as students, we're all either grad or undergrad students, we do not handle the medication at all. So the police department will actually take it from here and they will dispose of it. We are having a tabling event right now, but actually in the campus to police department, if you walk right in the front door, they have an area there always where you can dispose of unwanted medications. But this is, bringing a little bit more attention to that here on the drill field today.
Nathaniel South reporting for Take 30 News.
Cora announced on social media this week that they collected 7.4 pounds of prescription medications and are thankful to everyone that participated. So we've had some pretty warm weather recently. What can we expect kind of moving into Super Bulldog weekend?
Well, unfortunately, tonight we're going to see some rain moving into the picture, but it's really going to be just an overnight type of thing as we go forward. So looking outside campus right now, you don't have the graphics up, unfortunately.
So up next, hear about the Midsummer Night's Dream performance brought to you by MSU Theater.
The Department of Communication at Mississippi State University prepares students for their careers after college. Students can be active in researching, writing, photography, and much more as print and digital journalism majors. Mississippi State University offers a variety of organizations such as the Reflector. To learn more about print and digital journalism, go to the Department of Communication website.
Is the opening of the new State Street corridor. After a year of construction, the new route stretches from Hardy Road to the newly named Catalpa Street. The new addition is all part of MSU's South Campus Gateway. Construction on campus wasn't the only thing paving new ways. The MSU Theater performs A Midsummer Night's Dream this week, but not on a traditional stage. The directors and crew members are excited to finally reveal just what exactly they've been working on. Take 30's Jada Evans has more on this Shakespearean comedic fantasy.
When people think of theater, they may think of Hamlet, Cats, or The Lion King. But one of Shakespeare's most popular plays, A Midsummer Night's Dream, continues to serve as a source of comedic relief for its eccentric characters and its seemingly scattered plotline. For the first time in years, the MSU Theater is bringing it to the stage and the outdoors. Backstage, or in this case, the lobby, the anticipation is real. Everyone is getting ready for the upcoming shows. There's everything from hair and makeup to costumes and props. They set up literally wherever they can, but no matter the circumstances, the crew is still excited to be there.
I've learned a lot. I haven't had a whole lot of experience acting in theater, but it's been a really fun experience. There's a whole lot of upsides to it. You meet a lot of new people, and for me, personally, it helped me get out of my shell a whole lot.
Almost every day for over a month, the cast members have been rehearsing diligently to perfect every single detail. However, they still remember to have a bit of fun.
I've had a complete blast rehearsing this show. The best part for me has been just getting to know everybody in the cast and forming those relationships, because I think us getting to know everyone has really just pushed the show forward.
The remaining shows will be tomorrow at 2 and 6 p.m. inside McCool, and then Sunday at 2 p.m. at North Farms. However, tickets are currently sold out. For updates or more information, follow at MSU Theater on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. With Take 30 News, I'm Jada Evans.
Thank you for that, Jada. So glad the MSU Theater has kept it going. Again, all tickets for A Midsummer Night's Dream are sold out. Right now, Starkville Fire Department is looking for heroes. Our Michelle Martin has more on Starkville's need for more firefighters.
Being a firefighter means really committing to the job.
Ryan Clausen has been a firefighter for almost 2 years. He says that it's important to have a desire to being a firefighter.
It's important that we find some people with commitment to actually being a firefighter instead of looking for a job.
Fire Chief Charles Yarborough says he's looking to hire people that are passionate and self-motivated.
I'm looking for candidates who are dedicated to the craft. I'm looking for candidates who have courage. It takes courage to do this job.
In order to join, you must pass a hiring assessment, which consists of a 1.5-mile run, a written test, a skills test, a background check, and then an interview. You can start the application process at the website cityofstarkville.org.
But we're not here to get paid. We're here to help people if the time arises.
For Take 30 News, I'm Michelle Martin.
Teresa Fire Department, for more information, visit the website or call the number below. There's bound to be a good crowd this week with Super Bulldog Weekend starting today. But for those stuck at home, watching a live stream or TV broadcast might be their only chance to see the games going on. Take 30's Easton Foster has what it's like to look at sports broadcast to life.
To make a live broadcast happen. For viewers, it's as easy as sitting down and changing the channel. But for MSU broadcast operations, there's a little more to it than that.
I'm here at the north entrance to Davis Wade Stadium, where many football fans come each season to watch their favorite team, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, compete in the SEC. And for those who aren't able to make it in person, they have to rely on live broadcasts. And what many people may not realize is that there are a lot of people working behind the scenes to make that a reality. Just behind me, past those windows, is where all the magic happens.
In our north broadcast hub, we call it, we do soccer, volleyball, men's and women's basketball, baseball, and softball all come through this facility.
Every aspect of a live sports broadcast has to be produced by someone, and if it's an MSU sporting event, it usually comes out of this control room.
It all revolves around the control room or the venue. So obviously at the venue you have camera operators, you have audio people, you have your talent, your stats people, stage managers, those are all at the venue. And then back in the control room to support what they do at the venue, you have your director, your producer, your graphics people, your replay people, and also your engineering group.
With all the different roles necessary for a live broadcast, it can take as few as 10 people or up to 35 depending on the sport. And that group is made up of freelance workers and student workers like Traquan Key.
I mean, it's very informative and it's a lot of fun. Working with Benny, working with Jonathan, working with Brian, working with Stephen. It's a lot of laughs, but we get a lot of stuff done. So that's a great part about working here.
Working for MSU broadcast operations provides a unique opportunity to enjoy sports as a fan and get paid while learning valuable skills.
I, grew up a Mississippi State fan, so I've always been interested, looking at the productions on TV, looking at the Jumbotron when I was young. I was always interested in knowing how did all that stuff work. So, learning it from firsthand experience, it's amazing, to be honest with you.
For students and staff alike, Super Bulldog Weekend presents a challenge as both the football and baseball teams play on Saturday.
Well, it is the busiest during the spring. There's nothing to compare to Super Bulldog Weekend because you've got multiple sports happening on the same day.
On top of that, the Diamond Dogs are expecting to draw a large crowd as they prepare for a top 6 matchup against their in-state rivals, the Ole Miss Rebels.
Man, Mississippi State sweeping them. Hey, that's the only answer right there, man, if you're a Mississippi State fan.
Despite the hectic nature of Super Bulldog Weekend, Those working in broadcast ops know they have a job to do that makes all the work worth it.
You know, our job is really just to tell the story of the game. So we don't know what the outcome is going to be, but we do know that our job is to make sure that the story is told, whether it's good or bad, that we're there to document, the game.
For Take 30 News, I'm Ethan Foster.
Broadcast operations should be pretty busy, starting with baseball all weekend and the football spring game tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So we've had some pretty good weather the past couple weeks. What can we expect looking into Super Bulldog weekend?
Well, unfortunately, tonight we're going to see some rain out there. As you can see right now, it's overcast here as we look outside our Hillman Hall camera. But when is this rain going to move in? I'll have that on the other side of the break.
As concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans, veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals. Imagining the built environment of tomorrow is a collaborative dream at the College of Architecture, Art, and Design at Mississippi State University. Learning is experienced in a studio environment that brings architecture, interior design, and building construction students together to solve 21st century challenges. One of only 2 such programs in the country, MSU's curriculum creates a 360-degree approach, an opportunity for learning how to work together in the real world, and encourages creativity and cooperation for resolving tomorrow's issues, such as housing for continued population growth, work and life environments for expanding urban lifestyles, and accommodating industrial and technology shifts. Working together gives students a better understanding of the intersection of design and construction, and allows for the kind of creative thinking and practical application that leads to a better future for all.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Take 30 News here on this Friday afternoon. As we look outside at our campus cam here from Hillman Hall, you see all those low stratus clouds out there right now. Not the most picturesque weather day, per se. 61 degrees right now, although it is not sunny out there. That is not right. It is overcast, as you can see. Humidity is down to 48%. It's a little bit higher than it's been in the days past. Right now, as we look at our temperatures across the region, a lot of us are well below average from where we're supposed to be at this time of year. 61 here in Starkville, 64 over in Columbus, 67 up in the Houston area. And as we go throughout the rest of the evening, the clouds are going to stick around, but the rain is also going to move into the region as well. 66 degrees as we go into 6 o'clock. That's when the rain is expected to start moving in. And then as we head into 8 o'clock, 63 and eventually 59 by 10 o'clock. You notice that rain is going to stick around as we head into the overnight hours. So we're going to skip through that graphic. And this one's actually just like the other one. It's cloudy out there. And as we look out at all of the rest of the southeast, same thing as I said, warm out there. But this kind of gives us a picture of what we're going to see coming up here in the next week. Cooler temperatures are on the way as we go into the next week. Satellite and radar, as I said, cloudy out there. And you see all that rain back off to our west across parts of Arkansas, especially northern Louisiana. But that heavy rain is going to stay off to our west. So as we take you through the Futurecast, you see those clouds that are sticking around right now. And the Futurecast is not working for some reason. But as we head into tonight, we're going to start to see rain move in. This should move out as we head into Saturday morning. Clouds are still going to stick around though. And then as we go into Sunday, those clouds will start to move out and mostly sunny skies are going to return to the region. Well, that's your weather update. Stick around after the break for an update on Super Bulldog Weekend. Take 30 Sports is next.
Meeting the challenges of a changing world. It's a responsibility we take seriously at Mississippi State University. Today, our outstanding faculty are on the job with a passion that places them among the best in the business. We're launching new classroom models, investing in world-changing research, and providing a college experience that's second to none. Though things may look different, our sights have never been higher.
Welcome back to Take 30. I'm Holly Emery. It's finally Super Bulldog Weekend, and man, it's going to be an exciting weekend for sports. Starting tomorrow, the school up north comes to Stark Vegas to battle the Bulldogs on the baseball diamond. Number 3 Mississippi State is hosting number 6 Ole Miss Rebels in a 3-game series starting tonight at Dudy Noble Field. MSU students are pumped to be able to host their biggest rival at home.
Ole Miss ain't got nothing on us, man. They ain't the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs where it's at. If you ain't a Bulldog, you ain't nothing. They hate us because they ain't us. You know what I'm saying? We're strapping cowbells to our arms. We're just swinging them around. We're going to be clanging all day.
Christian McLeod will be the starting pitcher for tonight's game, and Will Bednar and Jackson Fristow will start on Saturday and Sunday afternoon. If you're not into watching baseball in the Dude, no worries. Davis Wade will be open for business for the 2021 Maroon and White game. Coach Mike Leach is ready to showcase his Bulldogs in the spring game tomorrow at 11 a.m. For those who are not familiar with the spring ball game, the football team will be divided into 2 teams, 1 maroon and 1 white, and they'll play against each other in friendly competition. Admission is free to the public and gates will open at 9:30 in the morning. MSU's clear bag policy will be in effect and masks are required to enter into the stadium. MSU's men's basketball team scored not 1 but 2 recruits from out of state. Donaldsonville, Louisiana point guard Cam Carter and Memphis forward Alden Applewhite will be joining the Dogs for the upcoming season. Coach Ben Howland believes that both commits show great discipline for the game and have potential to grow. Carter led his team last year in steals and deflections at his high school, while Applewhite's size helped him create opportunities on the court. Coach Howland added that both commits are excellent at three-point shooting. The MSU women's golf team teed off in Hoover, Alabama on Tuesday in the SEC tournament and had the best opening round in Bulldog history with a score of 13 under par as a team. State's Abby Daniel and Hannah Levi both hit under par on back-to-back days and helped the Bulldogs put them at 5th place after the second round, and after today the women are tied for 7th place with Alabama. That's all for your Take 30 Sports. After the break, Flora Dito will fill you in on all your entertainment news. Stick around.
The Department of Communication at Mississippi State University prepares students for their careers after college. Students can be active in researching, writing, photography, and much more as print and digital journalism majors. Mississippi State University offers a variety of organizations such as the Reflector. To learn more about print and digital journalism, go to the Department of Communication website.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Stormy Meyer. Starkville is welcoming the first annual Heyday Music Fest tomorrow. The event will be headlined by John Langston and feature other artists like Luke Watson, Jisco, Paxton P, and more. Local food and drink vendors will be there for guests to enjoy, and free transportation is being provided from Fraternity Row on campus or the district, since no parking is allowed at the event. Guests can bring small coolers to the event but are only allowed water and 12 beer cans per cooler. The event will begin at 3 p.m. and end around 11 p.m. It was announced on Monday that Pacific Cinerama Dome on Sunset Boulevard in downtown Los Angeles will not be reopening after the shutdown due to the coronavirus pandemic. This will include the closing of nearly 300 screens in the Southern California location. Since the announcement, many celebrities, filmmakers, and cinema lovers have flooded social media to express their sadness and disappointment over the loss of the theater. It has not been announced yet what will be the feature of the cinematic monument.
Thank you all so much for joining us this semester. For more coverage, follow our social media accounts at Take 30 News MSU, as well as a Take 30 podcast, which will be out Monday and available on all of your favorite podcast listening apps. From everyone here at Take 30, have a safe and healthy weekend and good night.